All right, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miner. Today I'm hanging out with my buddy Marco. He is the second half of the Time Flies Moto crew. He's an amazing cinematographer and the creative genius behind the Time Flies Moto YouTube. I'll leave a link in the description for their channel. You should definitely go check it out.
Right on.
Thanks for coming on to the video, dude, and hanging out with me and, talking about your bike and as well as some of your adventures.
Hell yeah.
I like to start it at the beginning, man. So how'd you get into motorcycles? Like what kind of sparked the interest?
How did I get into it? Well, damn, from way back, my dad had a little Honda CB750.
Oh, okay.
But I was young. I was in sixth grade or something. And
gotcha.
When my dad, he kind of didn't really have any interest in it as much. And he was gonna sell it. He sold it for $300. And
Jesus.
I remember I told him hey, can I have it?
Yeah.
And I was I think maybe I got a little older, 16 at the time, and he was like, no, that is dangerous and that thing's too heavy. You're not able to lift it and all that.
Yeah.
And then once I turned 20, I got my first bike.
What was it?
It was a Honda Shadow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at first I started looking around. I saw sport bikes. I was like, oh, I want to get a Ducati Monster and all that.
Okay.
And when I saw on
a 20-year-old with a Ducati Monster.
Yeah. And then when I saw I was just looking at Craigslist and I saw Bobber and I was like, I like the style of Bobber. I was like, oh shit. So then I bought that.
Okay.
And
was it bone stock?
No, for the most part, yeah.
Okay.
But it had a custom fender and.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll show you some photos.
Yeah.
Nothing to brag about, but yeah, it was it's mostly stock bike.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
How long did you have that bike for?
Maybe for 5 years, 6 years.
Oh, you rode around for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you do to it? Did you modify it at all? Did you start getting into wrenching in yourself?
So I got into that, and literally a month or two after I owned it, I saw the Born Free show.
Okay.
And I was like, oh damn, these are choppers. I started understanding with bobbers,
the distinction between the different subgenres.
And I started leaning more into chopper bikes, and I was just okay, I probably should get one of those,
Yeah.
And but I could never afford a Harley because I was still
you gotta have Harley money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one day some guy I knew, he had to get rid of a bike, a little 883.
Okay.
It was 1200, but someone fucked up the conversion on it, and he was like, hey, I need it out the house. He wanted $1,000 at first.
Okay.
And then he really needed it out the house, so he was like, hey, you want it for 500?
Damn.
And I was like, oh, 500.
That's manageable.
Yeah. So I bought that. Yeah, it ran.
Oh,
but
okay.
It had piston slap though. It was. Little backstory. Ozzy really wanted it, but then I don't know. I kind of
stole it from him.
I kind of bailed on doing a trade with him. And I was like, I'll keep it, and luckily I was able to find someone on Craigslist too.
Okay.
To switch it back because they gave me the old jugs.
Oh, okay. And so you're going to switch it back to the 1250 kit?
Yeah, no, it was from the 1200, and then I reverted it. It's an 800 because the piston, the jugs were fucked up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so that was your first introduction into Harleys?
Yeah.
How long did you have that bike for?
For 4 or 3 years. So I had them in between. I had the Shadow and that one.
Oh, okay.
So it was maybe another 2 to 3 years.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then a little bit after, that's when I got my 1200, the Sporty.
The one that you have now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've had it for a minute then?
Yeah, I had it for a while.
Oh, okay. The red one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got it from, I don't know if you know Graham from Sugar Baby Cycles?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he built all that.
I don't know him, but obviously I know Sugar Baby Cycles.
So he built that, and I just saw it and I was like, fuck, this is sick. And when I ridden it, it was just I don't know, it was very clean, compared to my other bike, my Honda Shadow and stuff. And I was like, damn, this shit is just like a machine. It doesn't, it doesn't have anything fancy or,
It's a true chopper.
Yeah, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting that.
Damn, okay. Yeah. Sick. You've done some crazy rides with that bike too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've put in some serious miles.
Something like that. Not too crazy.
You just got back from, not Portland. Where are you just right now? For the Charlies and Choppers video?
In South Oregon.
Oh, well, I mean, Oregon, okay, yeah. It's still a strike.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. I've done that.
How long does a ride like that take? Because obviously you guys have to stop a lot for gas,
Yeah.
you know, camping and whatnot.
We did it like in 3 days.
Oh, okay.
In chopper time, dude, sometimes it's like, it's like it could be quick, but people's bikes break down and then it takes a while.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it fun. Like
For
sometimes you get a little
wrenching on the side of the road and making it happen.
Yeah.
And so, kind of shooting a little bit back, how did you get into cinematography?
Cinematography. So I always wanted to get into that.
Okay. It was something that instantly you were like, I like that.
Yeah. So like, it first started off with skateboarding videos. Like I loved skateboarding.
Yeah.
And I knew since a kid, I knew my skill set. I was like, I can't be a pro.
I can't kickflip.
Yeah, like,
but I can film someone kickflip.
Like, I can still do tricks and all that, but I was like, I'm definitely not good to be pro, you know? So I was like, how do I get involved if when I get older, if I want to get into that?
Gotcha.
And I was like, fuck it, filming, photography, like skateboarding in general, like it had a bunch of art and all that, and
for sure
the cinematic part, like videography, videotaping people, photography, that's what got me into it. And first camera I got was like a GoPro.
Okay. Yeah.
And I didn't really know what it.
I mean, you know, for when you're starting out, that's all you need, right? Most of the time, it's HD, right? It's like you put it on a little scorpion handle, and you can get some really great shots. Sick.
I did that, and then I got a little DSLR, and then I just started.
The rest is history. Start growing all of your like equipment and everything like that. Yeah. That's sick. So yeah, I mean, in the last episode we were talking with Ozzy about like the start of like Time Flies and stuff like that. You were the one that actually kind of came up with the name, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What was your creative aspect as far as like starting the show and wanting to like really get into like, we want to put something together?
So with Time Flies, it was during the pandemic, and I realized like we were talking about this too. We're like, oh, we don't really get that many NorCal motorcycle shows.
Right.
Like the only one that I went to during that time was what was it called? The one in like Stockton.
The one in Stockton, the NorCal Chopper Show?
Nah, was it? What is it called?
Oh,
Locked in Lodi. Yeah.
Locked in Lodi. Okay.
Yeah, that it only happened 1 year.
Oh, gotcha.
But it was fucking cool. I liked it, and I was like, why don't we have anything like that? And with COVID, dude, time fucking flew. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I got hella old, got chubbier. So I was like, shit, like time flies, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And like my original concept, and we're small. We don't have much money and much resources, but hopefully one day I'll do it. Like my original concept was kind of to just like pay homage and show respect to the OGs who are still here, you know? Like time flies, and you know what I mean? They were once young, and I love seeing old photos from like some OGs.
Right.
Yeah, like seeing like them riding in the city, and I'm like, oh shit, that's how that used to look like.
So you wanted to create those memories in a more modern time.
Yeah, just like, or to just pay homage, like, oh, you know, like we're still
here, you know, time flies, but we're still here.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah, that's a dope concept. So this bike right here, this is
it's a little, at first it was a Buell.
I bought My bad, pop off king.
It was like a little Buell 1200. It was nice. And then literally it only lasted a couple weeks.
Okay.
That shit, the bottom end like broke. It cracked.
Bummer.
Yeah, there was like a thing that kind of flew and just grenaded the whole fucking.
What year is this?
It's a 99.
Okay.
And then we bought a 99, a little Harley-883 Sporty engine. And Nick, he does his magic, man. He had his own ideas. He's like, hey, I want to like help out with this.
Okay.
So when he had his ideas, and I was like, you know what, go ahead, man. Like the frame is a Craft Tech.
Okay.
It's like, you know, like the ones that you could buy already, hardtails.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah, and it had a Buell engine.
Gotcha.
But then since that broke, I needed to do a whole
rebuild
thing. Yeah, and I was like, I can't. I don't have the skills for that.
Yeah.
So I just bought a little Sporty 883 engine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that was Nick Alvaro, right?
Yeah. He made everything. Like he made the speed holes. Like he made made it fit the fender.
Okay.
I think he was having like there were some issues. It's kind of like not fully symmetric, this frame. So it was a little funky.
Gotcha.
And yeah, he made his own style. Like he also made this oil bag, which I really like. I think it's from like an 80s Softail.
Okay.
I need to ask him. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
And this just got completed recently, right?
Yeah, I would say a couple months back.
Okay.
I still need to like calibrate it a little bit. It
Gotcha.
runs, but yeah, I want to make
That's all that matters, right?
I might make it into a 1200 one day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what with your other 1200, the red bike? That's kind of like your daily, right?
That's my daily. For
yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure. How many miles do you think you put on that thing?
Fuck, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like honestly.
You've never thought about calculating it?
Nah, I should.
Yeah.
Maybe like a couple thousand. Like I've been
for sure.
Yosemite, LA, Virginia City, South Oregon.
What's the longest trip you've taken on it?
I don't know. Maybe South Oregon.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have 6 or 8 over on that?
I have 8 over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember sitting on your bike the first time and I was like, I don't know how he does these many miles on it.
It's sick, man. So like, when you have a sissy bar and you have enough padding and everything, you're just chilling.
The lumbar and back support is for sure like
Yeah.
very pivotal in riding for a long time. But like the seat in general, right? Because like I recently put in a 2-inch seat on my bike.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, that thing is just, I feel every bump on the road.
Yeah.
So I think to myself like, Marco does this for days on it. I'm just like, dude, you're crazy.
No, it's just, you get used to it. And you have brakes, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
So it's
for
like,
sure. Stopping for gas and stuff like that.
That shit does hurt. Once it's throbbing,
You're a beast,
you
dude.
gotta fucking sit down.
So with the Time Flies YouTube,
Yeah.
when you obviously knew you were going to get into cinematography, you got into like skateboarding and all that. What was your idea or vision when you had the channel that you were like, I'm going to document chopper life and culture, you know? Like,
Yeah.
What is, I guess, like your process,
So,
you know?
For me, at first, it's kind of like just giving myself an opportunity to learn. And also just look back at stuff like, oh, I filmed it.
Yeah.
But I want to, like, the thing that I think that's kind of a crutch to my the channel too, I like filming very cinematically sometimes. And I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of like the hardest critic to my work. And I'm like, I need to get better. So I like seeing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
so seeing your progression and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I mean, this is just me from the outside, but
Yeah.
like, I think artistically, I think you have a great eye.
Thank
Composition wise, you do like these great slow-mos and reveals and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
think, you know, any artist is always going to be their hardest critic.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think you're doing really good with the channel.
Right on. Like I need to get better with color grading. I remember the first Sweethearts ride.
Okay.
I was like, this shit, I filmed it cool, but I knew the color grade was off.
Okay.
So I was expecting that, and someone did point that out. The color grade's bad. I was like,
In the comments?
I agree.
Hater.
I agree.
Hey
I'm
man,
like,
they're not recording. You know?
No, I was like, I fully agree with that. You know.
What's like, you know, some good memories that you've had on your bike, like riding out and, you know, doing some
Man.
crazy adventures?
I honestly like some of the rides. Like my first time going to Virginia City, I had to go solo because all my friends went the day before.
Oh, okay.
And like
Got ditched?
Yeah, no, not ditched. I
I'm
just
just
had
talking
to.
shit.
I had work, so I went solo, and it's so beautiful. Like I like going to solo trips at times, and also with friends.
Sure.
But like it's just I like having the mix, and I guess there's a couple of cool events like recently with South Oregon. One of my friends' bikes broke down. We towed it to a Harley dealership. No one was available to help.
Oh, yeah.
And then someone said like, here's my, this is a weird thing that I'm about to do, but here's my keys to my house. Just bring my trailer, come back, and then we'll go back to my house.
Go grab my stuff
Dude,
because I'm at work.
It's crazy because we did that. And when we went to that guy's house, we saw like a bunch of Harleys and a bunch of old bikes.
Yeah.
And he had like a very rare FXR.
Oh, sick.
And one of my friends who was there bought it. Like he was like, that's my dream bike. And he got it for a pretty good price.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Has he gone up and got it yet?
I'm pretty sure he's picked it up already.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's you know, those barnyard finds and stuff like that.
And a couple people like that same day, he sold that FXR. He sold the Dyna to someone else that was riding with us.
Oh, okay.
And he also sold the Toyota truck.
Damn.
Yeah, so I was like,
so you guys came in and just like
yeah,
cashed him out.
I was even looking at some of the bikes, but I'm like, dude, I'm stupid. I have way too money. Like, you know, like, I can't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And last time I was at your house, you have another one in the front yard. What is
The Dyna.
The Dyna.
Dyna.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, what's the story on the Dyna, man? When's it coming out?
It's been fucking neglected. So what happened to it, I bought it. It was like when I first got my legit career job. I was like, oh, you know what? I want like a pretty cool bike that, you know, I call it a dad bike. I was like, I want a dad bike.
Yeah,
so
the long hauler.
Yeah. So I bought it, and we were gonna go to Born Free. And I was like, yeah, let's go to Born Free. I was all hyped, and bro, it took forever that year. Like we took like 13 hours to go from the Bay Area to LA. I remember that day too. I went to like a Trader Joe's, and some guy was just looking at my, like he was like, "Where'd you come from?" And I was like, "Oh, from the Bay Area." And he was like, "You have no like shoes, like boots?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "You know what's gonna happen if you get hit, right?"
For sure.
And I was like, "What?" He's like, "That shit's gonna fly off." And I was like, "Oh, I'll try to be careful, man."
Yeah.
And then that same day, a couple hours later, like we're splitting lanes, and I was like the front one, and there was like a plaza on one side, and someone else was trying to get into that plaza, but it was slow, like the traffic was slow. He saw me, and he was like gonna turn, and we made eye contact. I was like, okay, he's gonna let me pass. I don't know, he panicked or something, fucking smacked me.
Damn.
Yeah. Ozzy says I flew, but I don't think I flew.
So did you get hurt? Like
yeah, I got hurt. So like all I was thinking was like, shit, I'm in LA. I don't know many people.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. Sometimes I try to joke around. Like I was hurt, but like Ozzy.
You're trying to play it off.
Yeah, Ozzy was tripping. Everybody was tripping, and like when he came through, like I was like, "You good? You good?" I was like, "Man, I should pretend like I'm dead to scare this fool." Like,
you're wild,
dude. No, but it was a shitty moment, and like luckily.
You break anything?
No, but I seriously got hurt. Like
you like stretch your ankle or something like that.
Yeah, no, it hurt pretty bad, and like I was trying to be nice to the guy. I was on the ground. The guy was like emotional. I understand, and I was like I was literally hitting his leg like, "It's okay, dude. I'm not dead, but I'm definitely injured."
Yeah.
And then other pedestrians were there. Luckily, they saw everything. And this guy probably took my kindness for weakness. He's like, "Yeah, you were going pretty fast."
Oh,
wow. I was like, "The fuck?"
Nah, fool, this is on you.
And like, my friends were like, "Let's not go to Born Free." And I was like, "No, we should still go." My ignition coils were like, they were just broken, like the plastic part.
Okay.
I was like, let's just go get crazy glue, some tape.
MacGyver the Dyna.
Yeah, so then it still runs like that. So like we had that running. We went to the show, and then we saw a Russ Brown booth. And then, so Ozzy was like, when you're down,
the motorcycle lawyers.
Call Russ Brown.
Yeah.
So I did, and luckily I was able to enjoy the show.
Yeah.
But then the adrenaline wore off.
Yeah.
And I couldn't like walk. Like, I was all imagining in my head like, oh, I'm gonna like
ride back,
and I was like, that's gonna be a cool story.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was done with like the event, and I went back to the hotel, I couldn't.
You're like, time to go to emergency.
Yeah. Damn. No, I didn't go to the emergency.
You're crazy, dude.
I called my dad.
Yeah, pick me up 6 hours away.
Yeah, I was like, hey, if you can, if not, this is my problem.
Yeah.
And my dad, dude, like, I love that guy, man. And he's just like, you know what? I'll go over there.
The OG came through.
It was a crazy time because I was just like, shit. It sucked. I still kind of suffer from that, but
for sure.
I'm alive. I'm well. And call Russ Brown when you're down. I'm not sponsored by them, but
yeah, one camera, the other one.
Yeah.
Damn, that's hella funny. That's crazy. I hear you though. I mean, ever since I had my first accident and I was in a wheelchair for like a month, I was like, people always tell me like, dude, you ride hella cautious. I'm like, yeah, for a reason, dude. Yeah. Like, once you smack, dude. And remember, guys, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
And like with that bike, I was still, it was rideable, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't.
When's the last time you rode it?
Not that long ago, but like so I was riding it, and I was just like, oh, my plates are still you know up to date.
Yeah.
But then later on, I was trying to like renew my tags, and there was no renewal, and I wasn't informed though that you have to get it certified
They got to match like the
CHP
the frame
and all that.
And all this and that, yeah.
And then life gets busy.
Yeah.
I should do it very soon. Like it doesn't need much.
Yeah.
To get it back on the legally on the road.
So you have 3 bikes right now. So you're like, I can wait.
Yeah,
I feel it.
But I'm slowly working on it.
Okay.
It'll get there soon.
Okay,
yeah,
word.
Yeah.
With your cinematography, I think you capture chopper life and document, life on the road in a really beautiful way. Do you see yourself doing any like crazy trips like internationally, traveling and recording while you're, on the road out there?
I actually do. Like recently I went to Barcelona for work, and I had a chance to ride my motorcycle, and I did film a couple things, but it wasn't, enough to make like a real video. But yeah, I do. I want to go to Montserrat in Barcelona.
Do some sick rides out there.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to take like a bike over there. I know shipping is a lot of money.
Yeah. Or like rent something while you're out there.
Yeah.
Dude, riding with you're like one of the craziest dudes because you have like your full sized camera.
Yeah.
And then I've seen you just kind of like grab onto your frame with your feet and just shoot yourself back and get like those pictures of people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I see you do that a lot, obviously, on your YouTube.
Yeah.
Is there anything like a technique that you've created at this point to get that beautiful shot, when you're riding with all the homies?
I guess it's just you just have to have a wide enough angle.
Yeah.
And then, I love motion blur too. I don't really capture that in my motorcycle shots, but I just love. I love a lot of moody shots.
Sick.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for this bike, or do you think like at this point it's like completed and you're just like doing a couple of things?
For me, my issue with all my bikes, I buy stuff and then I'm just comfortable how it is, and for the most part I leave it. But I should paint this tank, and I do want to make this a little bit beefier.
Okay.
I like the 883, but a 1200, I guess I'm just used to.
Right, because that's what you daily ride.
Yeah.
I hear you, dude. I went from a 1200 to 883, and that extra power of just even getting out of the way is just like clutch.
Yeah.
So I hear you, totally. I want to put a 1250 kit on mine, but I'm like, I'll wait till it blows.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that real soon. I just know I've been spending a lot of money. I
hear you, dude.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Any plans for your Red Sporty?
Red Sporty. So I actually recently bought I think it's called a buddy seat, like those old Iron Head seats. They're like chunky.
Okay.
And one bike I really liked was from those people from 947.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue had a Sporty.
Okay.
It was kind of the same coller combo with this.
Okay. Black with the white seat.
Yeah, but it was a swing arm frame.
Okay.
And it was beautiful with that seat. So I kind of want to do something with that. And then also, there's a windshield that Joey Ucrop made on his Iron Head.
Okay.
It's fucking beautiful.
Going windshield on a chopper, huh?
I kind of want to try it. I have that idea, it'll look cool.
Yeah.
So maybe. Hopefully it'll look nice. But like I said, I take forever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you have any future plans for other bikes? What in the next 5 years or so, do you see yourself possibly looking for, that dream bike, or are you just happy rocking your 2 Sporties?
Man. I always look at fucking Facebook Marketplace.
I think that's every guy.
Yeah, it sucks. It's an issue.
Dude, I have Harley-Davidson as a certified notification.
That's smart.
So literally one gets listed, I'm instantly like, what's that?
Yeah.
And I just always looking at them.
So one bike, I've been looking at more modern bikes.
Oh, okay.
The Pan America.
Really?
Beautiful bike, yeah.
Dude.
I feel like I do like adventure, and I feel like
those things are sick.
Yeah.
Honestly, I at this last Born Free, I stopped by the Irving Harley-Davidson just to pick a poker chip.
Yeah.
And we were looking at one, and the dude was telling us how it lowers itself down to the ground when you turn it on, and you sit on it, and it rises to your inseam, and it's so much tech, So you're kind of crossing two things where you're getting an adventure bike, but you're also still rocking a Harley.
Yeah.
Those things are insane.
That one, or a Lowrider ST.
Yeah.
But those are a lot of money. And
yeah, they are.
it's funny, I kept on telling myself and telling others, I'm going to get a shovel head for the 10 years I've been riding. Mm-hmm. And I still kind of want one, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For right now, you're happy with the 2 bikes you got.
Yeah, or I'm just at capacity.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How long have you had this one?
dude, it's been a minute. It's just always been like
in parts.
Yeah.
And finally got assembled.
Or like, yeah, so it's had it for like maybe like 3 years.
Oh, okay.
But I recently like started getting it back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite parts on it?
Man, I really like the oil bag that Nick made. That's fucking beautiful. The speed holes, they make you go quicker.
Right. Aerodynamics.
And also like the way that Nick builds his tanks. Like he has a blue shovel head as well.
Okay.
And he makes it into kind of like a Hummer tank, in where like the ignition is on the tank. I really like that. You just turn it on like a car right there, and it looks. I like seeing my little. I have like a little heart M on it.
Yeah.
I like seeing it when I'm riding.
Just flapping in the wind.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the story with this points cover?
This points cover is by someone named Galactic Saint.
Okay.
He sells his stuff on Etsy, and I also seen like he had a booth in Born Free.
Oh, okay.
And he just makes a lot of cool like jewelry, and he puts it on ignition covers and other like gas tank covers. Caps. Yeah, and I bought that, and it's just beautiful. I like it. Yeah.
Are you running a 21 in the front?
20. Yes. It's a 21 dual disc. It is a 35 mil front end.
Okay.
And the headlight, I believe it was made by Kyle Shirazi.
Okay.
From the Bay Area.
He
gave that to Nick, and Nick handed that to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
How's the stopping power with the dual disc on a Sporty?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I feel like I would be feeling like really quick.
Yeah, it's pretty quick, but these, as you see the paper,
it'd
be leaking.
I'll get a close up on that.
So that brand, or maybe I just have bad luck, but that specific one that I buy, they've all had leaking issues.
Really?
Yeah, so I may need to buy another.
I recently got one from TC Bros actually, I think, and it's great.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and it actually has a hole to put in a mirror if you want to.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah,
and then these pipes, man, these are for sure handmade.
Yeah, so we bought them. Fuck, I'm forgetting his name right now. Was it Tommy? I don't think it was Tommy. But I bought them from someone in Oakland.
Okay.
Nick told me like, hey man, these look pretty cool. These were for a fuel injected motorcycle.
Oh, interesting.
And he was like, yeah, those would look really good on your bike. And he ended up like modifying them. I think he ended up extending them a little bit.
Yeah.
And also covering some of the things that like a EFI motorcycle would need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick. What tires are you running on this?
Shinko on both sides.
Okay.
I wish the Avons, the Speedmasters were back.
Yeah.
The 21s, but they don't exist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that sucks.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Sick. And then you got the Bristol Breather from Prism Supply.
Yeah, the Bristol Breather. And I might change that. I've heard like stuff could get in, but so far I've been having fun. I love the simplicity of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very clean look.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then the seat, I really like the seat.
What's that from?
I got that from Burrito Rick. I bought like a tint set, and he also had that with the tint set. And yeah, I really like it. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
And it looks like I haven't really seen many of that color, that material.
No. Yeah. It looks really good. Yeah. It pops off from all the black. Your red one is a swing arm, right?
Swing arm, yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel the difference between hardtail and swing arm?
Honestly, it's like a whole different bike. Like this one's a smaller frame.
Yeah.
So it feels awesome though, riding this. Like I feel like I could probably hit the mountains a little bit better, a little bit smoother.
Gotcha, like the twisties and all that.
Yeah. But like the other one, it feels heavier. It's more longer. It's not too long, but yeah, But it does change because I mean I did 6-over on mine, and then just that alone just feels like a much bigger bike now. Yeah.
So I totally hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, they feel different.
This is just stock, right?
The engine?
No, the forks.
The forks is a 35. These are from like Ironhead.
But they're not extended, right?
No, they're not. I kind of wanted to do that, but I'm like, I don't know. I kind of like a tiny bike.
Yeah. More nimble.
Yeah.
Sick. I like this bar setup too. Where'd you get those risers?
Those risers, I got them from a swap meet.
Swap meet special, can't go wrong.
And then these, You could get them, I think, in Amazon, the handlebars.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like Nick kind of like has that style on his other one too.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is, you can control it pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like a T-bar setup.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, sick. Well, fuck, man. Thanks for coming on to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I appreciate you hanging out with me, you know, asking, you know, me asking you some questions, you answering, telling us about, you know, your story and how you got into all this. Where can we find you online?
Oh, you can find me online on my YouTube, me and Ozzy. Like, I like making it. So Ozzy's part of Time Flies. So it's Time Flies Moto Show.
Yep.
And like my personal Instagram is Damaco650, like DAMACO 650. And yeah, that's that. And we also have an Instagram, the Time Flies Moto.
Sick.
Yeah.
I'll put all the links in the description so you guys can click on them and find him better.
Hell yeah.
Well, cool, man. Thanks so much for coming onto the onto the channel.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
catch you guys on the next time. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. All that helps the channel. Peace.
Take care.